Good morning, all empathic sensitive souls. Happy Wednesday, middle of the week. Have you been decluttering and have you been surrounding yourself with positive people? Those positive influences. I decluttered. I decluttered my office yesterday, in fact, because I had some time, but it wasn't a long enough time to accomplish these other tasks that I don't want to do anyways, but they need to get done. It's very long and boring, and I really have to use a lot of math to do it in, and it stresses me out starting to do them, but once I get into it, it's fine. But I just need an extended period of time to work on it. So I decided to clean up my office. I've got a stack of papers, and I was looking for a specific set of notes, and I still can't find them. I don't know what I did with them. They could be here on the home office desk. It's possible. I haven't decluttered that yet, but I decluttered parts of my office. It'll just leave me time on Friday to devote to doing the tasks that I really don't want to do. But I felt so much better after going through and sorting and organizing that little stack of papers. It was amazing. I decluttered my yard yesterday. Well, I helped declutter my yard. We had a storm go through the other night, and wow, it was a whopper. And scared me half to death. And I ended up with a tree on my deck. It looked much worse in the middle of the night. I thought for sure it was the entire tree, but it was just about a quarter of the top section. But it was big enough. I wasn't going out in my pajamas to move it. Nah. And the next day, of course, I had to work yesterday. So I texted the people that take care of my yard, and thank goodness they came over and got the tree cut up, and then we raked up the rest of the branches because there was a lot of little branches down. So we decluttered the yard. And I had to practice my deep breathing. I had to practice my positivity. I had to say a lot of the mantras because that storm scared me half to death, and I was down in the basement half the night. And the worry about where the tree hit, if it did any damage to the house, if it did damage to the deck. And of course, my house is rather ancient and the deck is rather old. But lo and behold, I just have a few scrapes of paint off the deck, and that's it. So I had to practice my gratitude, like thank God and my guardian angels for stopping the tree from coming through my house. Because it could have, because it was like a projectile with a very sharp point on both ends. But I was surprised that I didn't go off the deep end with worry and fear and doubt and everything else. I was rather calm, which then was kind of strange for me. I'm not used to being that calm during something dramatic that's happening. So doing these things and saying these things and thinking about these things, the positivity and the gratitude and the mindfulness, it's working some kind of magic on my brain. And I was flabbergasted. When I got up the next morning and went outside to survey the tree laying across my deck, and was stunned that I was not having a massive panic attack. I think a lot of it is fear of what the damage could be, fear of who do I call, how do I get this taken care of, because I don't own a chainsaw. How do I pay for whatever damages if there was massive damage? Is there something happening that I'm not aware of, that whether it hit the house and now I have a leak, that type of thing? That's where my fear and my panic would normally set in at. And I decided that night, I'm not going out in the storm It's raining and it's windy, and I was wearing a nightgown, and I was not going to flash the entire town. That it was going to have to wait till morning no matter what I decided. I still had electricity, so it didn't take out any power lines. My garage was intact, so my car in my garage was fine. There was nothing else I could do at that point. And I knew if no one came to move the tree that I would be able to push it off of the deck, and then I would have to call family members and try to find someone with a chainsaw that could come cut it up for me. Because it was big enough around that there's no way a little hacksaw was going to go through it. But I don't want to say the word proud, but I was amazed. I was tickled pink that I held my calm and my cool through all that. Even the fear of being in my spider-filled, cobweb-filled basement didn't freak me out as it normally would. So that's how my week has gone. Yesterday, the troop came over and helped cleared off the tree, and I spent an afternoon chit-chatting and visiting with various members of the family that came over to help me, and they have little ones, which that is always entertaining. Denise, look at me! Denise, look at me! As they're jumping off of things. Crazy kids, but it was an enjoyable afternoon. So I surrounded myself with some positivity during a very stressful moment. It could have been even worse. So I was practicing my gratitude. There was a lot of deep breathing going on throughout the night, and of course yesterday, because I was unsure of what was going to happen, if I would get help or not. It's crazy how these little things that we do, the positivity and the breathing and just the different mindset, can have a huge impact in our panic response or our anxiety, in our response as situations happen. Does that happen all the time? No, because last Friday there was a snafu at work, and I had to go talk to my boss because I didn't want rumors going around that I was being snotty, because I wasn't. Drama, drama, drama. But I didn't let it ruin the entire weekend, which in past it would have. So I was quite happy and pleased with myself. I'm trying to continue to keep this positivity and my vibe flying high so I can go through life without being so stressed and panicked. If you would like to know more, put it in the comments. If you would like to chat with me and go through a session, I am more than happy to talk with you. Being an intuitive emotional healer, trying to heal those emotions that drag us down and hold us back and do not allow us to feel the feeling and release it, but we hang on to it and we keep feeling it over and over and over and over and over again, and it becomes overwhelm at that point. I can help you work through those. Drop me a comment. I will talk to you on Friday. I have to get my breakfast made, gotta get my coffee made, and out the door to work. It's going to be, I'm hoping, a steadily busy day for me, instead of ups and downs where I'm so swamped I can't see straight, and then, oh my gosh, I have nothing to do but to declutter my paper. I don't like days like that. I like a nice steady stream of work coming in. We will see how it goes. It is Wednesday, middle of the week. Keep me posted. Let me know how life is treating you. I will talk to you all on Friday. Bye for now, everyone.